Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Hello, people, and welcome to Footy Judge Mo. Welcome to another show where Man City gonna slap Real Madrid tonight. We all know that Arsenal are waiting for Liverpool to slip. Will they slip? A lot of Liverpool fans still think that they're not favorites to win the league, that they're playing the underdog gimmick. G will be joining us. Martin, the Mancunian way, will be joining us. We'll talk about all of that as well. And Arsenal actually today have posted a loss. So now they are being given a leeway of why they couldn't sign players. They need to lower their wage bill instead of actually signing more players. We'll talk about that as well, people. Adi Patrick, you can eat, Habibi. You can just even invite us to eat. It's like, yeah, like just
he's always eating.
We'll say
I know, I love it.
But listen, let me welcome first Kate. I'm glad to have you on the show. Been trying to get you on the show for a while. Just like of Arsenal fans. Apologies. We spoke about Arsenal yesterday. We spoke about Spurs in depth actually yesterday. Believe it or not, actually, we spent an hour plus talking about Spurs yesterday with George and the guys. And the people were entertained and everyone was engaging in the conversation, the Qataris. And someone asked, will Spurs be winning Champions League before Arsenal if the Qataris buy the Spurs Tottenham Hotspur Football Club? Of course,
wouldn't that be
in the conversation.
Wouldn't that be something amazing? That would be just, well, that would make my life actually. But good to see you, Mo. Sorry it took this long to come on. But yeah, great to be back on the show with you as always. Yes.
How are you, Martin? Both Martins. Why are you, Martin? Mancunian, you look so nervous. It's unbelievable.
I'm not nervous. I'm totally relaxed.
You're relaxed about the game?
I'm just waiting for Martin versus Martin, round 16.
Why is Martin versus Martin? City play Real Madrid today.
Oh, everyone tells us in the comments. Everyone tells us it's me versus Martin. So everyone tells us.
I don't beef. I like Martins. I think we need more Martins in the world. So it is what it is.
We need more. Of course, we need more Martins in the world. It's brilliant people, of course. People from Manchester. Great. He's frozen for some reason. Now he's back. But listen, big up everybody. But guys, we have over 400 people and we just started the show. So we need to get to 200 likes, the first step. So hit that like button, people, underneath the live chat. There are 3 topics today, the Liverpool game and the Arsenal and all this stuff. And also the Arsenal posted a loss today that is due to the wages, actually, by the way, that is posted today, 17 million loss. So actually, it's the reason why Arsenal couldn't sign players because they need to lower their wage bill, which is, we're not going to go into the PSR and stuff, but Arsenal wages are high for their current revenue. You posted a record revenue for the club because of the Champions League. of last season, but also on the wages. I can send you the BBC article, Martin, if you want to look it up. I can send you the article of the BBC.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I can send you the article. But the Man City people, how are we feeling tonight? Are we feeling confident?
Amazing.
Somehow, I am confident that Man City will do something.
It is what it is. We'll see what happens. All depends on the 11. We go with the slow, pedantic, pedestrian football. No chance. We go with the quick, pacey football we did on Saturday. I think we'll beat them.
I think we should just go full on. And I don't know. It's just this is the first time I think even Pep Guardiola said it, that we've gone to we've played against Madrid in the second leg where we have a very big disadvantage. Obviously, when it's like the 4-3s, I know people were saying, "Oh, Madrid, they'll kill you," which they did. But we were winning before we also collapsed again. I remember the Riyad Mahrez moment. But I just feel like this particular match, just go full on. As Martin says, don't start doing we're here to pass. Who cares? Like, at the end of the day, if we get knocked out, most of the City fans were already prepared not to be in the Champions League. We thought we were going to be knocked out by Club Brugge. So we actually got away with that. So I just feel like today the team might surprise a few people. I think Madrid fans are a little giddy, which, look, by all means, they would be because they've looked at how shit City is. But I think today might actually surprise a lot of people. Might actually be like the 4-0 we beat them at the Etihad seasons ago. So I am looking forward to it. And I have no care at all. Even if they...
I disagree with you, by the way. I actually think that City should be... I actually think... People think that I should make a T-shirt called Disagree. I disagree.
Yeah, you like that. You like that word.
I actually think City should be more composed and shouldn't go for all four.
Have you watched us this season?
You were very composed against Newcastle.
No, we wasn't.
You were very composed against. You went long ball. You were defending. You were going for long ball. Like,
yeah, that's the point. What we've been doing, if he plays KDB and Gundogan and Kovacic, it's 500 sideways passes. You're not going to break down Madrid doing sideways passes.
Man City slagging off KDB. Man City fans slagging off KDB is something I've never imagined.
He's not slagging him off. He's just accepting what KDB is right now.
I'm not going to do this sentimentality because he's probably one of, if in many eyes, the greatest player we've had. I'm going to sit there and go, well, we should play because of that. No. There's a reason why he's likely to leave at the end of the season. It's time to move on. This season has proved we have held on to this squad one season too many. It's time for a refresh, younger, hungrier, fitter, faster players. Pep said football's changing. Look at the way we played against Chelsea. Look at the way we played against Newcastle. Our two best performances are when he's not done 80% possession, sideways balls.
Exactly, but that's not my point, actually. City should change your play.
You're not going to do that with KDB, Kovacic, and Gundogan in the middle, Mo.
No, I think he's going to play Nico. I think he's going to play Nico, but Bernardo Silva's going to play,
Yeah, I don't mind that.
You guys know that.
He's the captain. Yeah, Bernardo is the captain.
Don't mind Bernardo.
So if he does this, Kate, are we allowed to criticize him?
Of course. I don't see Man City getting anything out tonight. I've got to be honest. I just think Real Madrid. Why are you laughing at me, Mo? Real Madrid love.
You burst their bubble. You burst everyone's bubble. Everyone's like, "Let's go, let's go." And she's like, "I don't see you winning anything."
I just don't. I really don't. I watched the first leg and I thought, it was topsy turvy. But I just think Real Madrid know how to win in this competition. I think that. Their managers are wily old fox who will just get the better of them tonight. I don't see City progressing from here. I don't see them winning. I don't even see them drawing. I think Real Madrid will be relatively comfortable on the night, maybe 3-1, something like that. Sorry to burst City's bubbles, but I mean, they've won everything 1,000 times, so it won't make any difference to them. But I just think had they held on maybe in the first leg, maybe they might have got something, but I just don't see it. Sorry, everyone, to burst.
No, don't apologize. You don't need to apologize. Every City fan, we know this. The hype we're having is just for the fact that we've accepted that this season we're shit. Majority of us want to be out of the Champions League.
We're not shit.
Yeah,
we're not far from a shit. We're not exactly United and Tottenham shit.
Nah, don't compare us to. You know what you're doing. Do you know what you're doing? Do you know what you're doing?
I'm just saying that's shit. We're not shit, Pat.
Yeah, but you know what you're doing. You're doing one of those things where there's people who are both drug addicts, but the other guy's like, oh, the other drug addict is worse than me. Now, we are not good this season.
We're fourth.
It doesn't matter. Shit. Do you know why we're fourth? It's because of the first games we won. That's why. Those helped us. Do
you mean when we went undefeated since November? Let's not do this, Pat.
You're undefeated since November. You're undefeated since November.
We were undefeated in the league till November. Didn't lose our first league game till November.
Yeah, but in the Champions League, we've been embarrassed.
Why don't buy this Rodri crap? We've never stupid Rodri.
I think we've been embarrassing in the Champions League. We've been very embarrassing. And I think that's what categorizes us as shit. Even Madrid themselves have called themselves shit in the Champions League. Because look, how can a team that's not shit finish 22nd and then Brest finish 8th? Like, we have been bad. So I just feel like even if people haven't given us hope today, I think no City fan will be shocked. There's no way for anybody to give City hope at this point in time. My hopium is just coming out of the fact that I'm a bit giddy after Newcastle.
Hope of what? Hope of what?
That maybe somehow when people are saying we're bad like this, we end up going to Madrid and actually surprise them.
Let me ask a question then. Let me ask Martin a question. Martin Arsenal. If City go past Madrid today, where do you put them in the rank of favorites to win the competition completely?
I think it would be
a lot of people are scared.
If they take out Real Madrid, then they would probably become the favorites to win the competition. I'm not quite as pessimistic as Patrick. I'm more in Martin's camp, where I think that City now have made changes to their squad. They've bought a bunch of players. It's not like it's the same team that lost games through the first half of the season. So I can see them actually giving Real Madrid a run for their money in this game, because I don't think Real Madrid have been that impressive. I think that they've got a lot of player power going on within that club, and I don't know, there's a bit of an imbalance there. I'm actually hoping Real Madrid knocks Man City out, because I see them as being more of a harder opponent. And I know people are going to freak out and go, how dare you say that? Real Madrid should be your number one feared opponent. But right now, the way they're playing, I think if Man City with Nico Gonzalez and Marmoush, and they start to getting a momentum, they're going to be way more dangerous than the Real Madrid that I'm currently watching play football.
And also, let's be honest, in the first leg, right? That's what I'm saying. People mustn't be surprised if there's a surprise in this match, which I hope. I know it's hopium, but in the first leg, we gifted every Madrid goal. It was a gift. We wrapped it up and gave it and say, here you go. Like, we gifted it. I just feel like if a DM played in that first leg, I don't think we do some of the silly stuff. I think we hold on to the ball better. Because if you see the Newcastle game, I know people are like, oh, but Madrid is not Newcastle. I'm just saying that because, by the way, also Newcastle is not a bad team. I still think they can give some of these Champions League teams a run for their money. I think we can actually do better with the DM against Madrid. It just depends on how Pep Guardiola decides to set up the midfield, who's going to be next to Nico. Because if he decides to go for his favorites or people who he just feels like, oh, I have to put them in there, Martin is right. It's going to be sideways passes. If he goes for his favorites, we might not be surprised that we see Bernardo Silva as a winger and Mamouche or pick up Mamouche, by the way. Your man is a dangerous man, as he said. We might see Foden in the wing and Bernardo in the wing, and when that happens, I'll switch off the TV because I don't want to see that. So
I just want to say one thing, though. I didn't mention that, when I watched the Newcastle game, it did feel like that there was a difference to City in the way that they were able to play out from the back, and they weren't making those same mistakes. And I think you're not as susceptible to the counterattack, which was really your only huge problem, is that you were conceding goals where you haven't had a problem scoring goals. You're still scoring goals at a ridiculous rate. So it's just a matter of knocking out those cheap counterattack goals and the mistakes. And I think you're back to where you were, right? I don't see a huge drop off here.
What I don't get is if City do knock out Madrid, why they become favourites over Liverpool?
Do you know what I don't understand? Before Martin speaks, I think if you give Arsenal any chance of winning this competition, I see Arsenal have a very slim chance of winning against Real Madrid home and away, for example. But I see them having even a bigger chance than City to win against them in a home and away league. Like, if Arsenal tomorrow, if you get Man City, and by the way, Arsenal can get Man City or Real Madrid, I think in the round of 16, if I'm not mistaken, or the one after.
We'll either be in the Real Madrid City timeline or the other one. Yeah.
Yeah. I think you'll get one of them probably. If not them, you're gonna get Inter will get them. I see Arsenal, for example, if Arsenal are to go to a final or something, beating Man City home and away. Man City have not beaten you in games. If you play Real Madrid home and away in a quarterfinal,
that we played, but if they beat Real Madrid and they get that confidence, like we've just knocked Real Madrid out now, we've got nothing to lose. We're going to come through this competition and just steamroll everyone. That's my biggest fear, is that if they find their level, it's way higher than most teams can get to. And Liverpool, as impressive as they have been, it feels like they're the best in Europe by default at the moment, because everyone else is kind of having a few issues.
I think the opening goal tonight will be the opening goal. City get the opening goal tonight. Yes. I think Real Madrid will worry. Real Madrid will worry tonight. Because trust me now, people think Real Madrid are going in with this really cocky attitude. They are nervous about tonight. I've got a mate who's out there, very close to him. They've already said they're nervous. They're nervous. Tuchemani's due to play. Rudiger's going to play. They're both going to start. We get the opening goal tonight, they will get very edgy.
I think Rudiger is out.
They will get edgy tonight.
Rudiger trained, I think so. He trained.
City crap that he's not the belief in world football. That's not how clubs see City still. I know that's how fans do, because it's banter and it's a laugh and let's all do this. Laugh and giggle, I get it. But Real Madrid will be nervous. Ancelotti said that. There's this belief that Real Madrid are going in with these.
Yeah, Pep said he had a 1% chance, right? And Ancelotti was like, "That's not true."
Yeah, it's not. Look. At the end of the day, the players are there. Like, that's the thing is, Madrid still have to take us seriously, and obviously they say they hate playing against us because they don't always have it their own way. But the thing is, you still get hurt. Even when I used to play football, we could laugh at the team, but when there's a player in there who's dangerous, you'd be like, if you let him pass because we're taking these guys lightly, they can slap you. Because if you take this City team lightly, we've even seen it this season, that as crap as they are, I keep using that same word, crap as they are, if you take them lightly and say, okay, they are crap, let's just go full gun horde and leave space at the back, like Chelsea, like Ipswich, like other teams say, oh, let's just make a space. They will beat you with 3+ goals. So Madrid will be cautious, but I'm just saying, like the first game, I just think adding Mbappe is, because Mbappe is one of those moment players, Rodrigo moment players, and even Jude, they all were not pressing, they were playing crap, but when the moment comes, they just do something. That's, I think, the issue we have here. And if City manage to control those moments, I think there's an opportunity. But to be honest with you, for me, it's all hopium. And some people are going to go against because they get angry when you tell them the truth. I'm just watching this game.
Not the truth.
I know, but people get it's the truth somehow. I'm just saying, if we make it through, we've robbed something. I'm telling you, we've robbed something because we're not at that level. I know Nico will change things, but we're not
winning the league for the 5th time. Meltdown.
The league we're not winning. I'm good with that. The league we're not winning.
No, it's not shit. Listen, everyone says we're shit. We have scored more goals this season than Arsenal. We are the second top goal scorers in the Premier League. But I keep hearing how shit we are.
Not for me.
This is remarkable.
Not for me.
I don't get
I've not
it.
heard anyone say Man City is shit, but I mean, I don't know.
You know, watch LB stream. Watch LB stream. He's had crisis on for 6 months. I love LB, and he's been at it for 6 months.
The thing is, you've set the level so high, your fans now, if you dip, they're going to say crazy things. They want to start having a year in the life of a Spurs fan if they want to know what it feels like to be shit.
Nah, you guys are worse than shit now. You guys is like when you take the shit off the tank.
That's bullying. That's bullying.
Isn't that entitlement good? I don't want to. I mean, Real Madrid fans, for example, are the most entitled. Like, if they lose a game, it's like, everyone must be murdered within their club and then they can start again, right? But, like, this entitlement you build from winning a lot, isn't that what everyone wants to get to?
It is standards, isn't it? You're right. It's standards. Yeah, it's standards. I'm sorry, they brought the standards. Like, I keep telling people that they say, the new fan base is entitled or people feel very entitled. I'm sorry. Pep Guardiola brought that, and he's given us that taste. I'm sorry, when you taste something like that, I'm sorry, I'm going to continue. That's why I'm going to judge this club in. Matt is laughing.
I'm not doing I'm serious. Again.
I'm telling you.
Anymore.
No, but am I wrong to say?
No. What debate? I want to hear this. What
debate? Standards. That when people say,
this debate about standards has gone on for 6 months.
But you have to have standards. You have to have standards.
Okay, so do you want?
I'm sorry, with all due respect, you have to have standards.
Yeah.
Do you think?
Man
Do you think
City.
I'm just going to give you something. Forget Man City. Do you think Liverpool fans, after not winning the title for 30 years, I used to watch Liverpool at that time, 2005, 2006. Every year, Liverpool used to be, yeah, we were targeting to win the league this season. We're targeting to win the Champions League.
Yeah,
It's every year.
That's the club. Every club has
But even the
standards.
fans were saying that.
Oh, Ipswich Town have standards. Tottenham
No,
have
no, no.
standards.
But you're
But
not gonna-
this is the standards and expectations. Two very different
Ah,
conversations.
of course.
Two very
Expectations are different.
conversations.
Yes. I remember the Rick Lambert, Fabio Borini, Mario Balotelli window. Liverpool said we're going to storm the league.
Yeah, because that's
Liverpool said we're going to storm the league.
No,
I remember that.
club standards don't change. United standards won't change in their eyes. Their standards are to be up
And
at
your
the top,
standards have to change based on where you are
miles
now.
off it.
Your standards have to change based on where you are now. You won the league 4 times. You won a triple
Can I ask
already.
the question?
Yes,
Does a fan
yes.
choose any transfers? Choose any medical staff? Do they have any meetings in the boardroom?
But it doesn't mean you
What's the
accept
fans do?
anything. But it
Fans
doesn't mean you
have
accept them.
No, Mo. Fans have no say whatsoever in running.
Yeah,
the
but it
football.
doesn't mean I think the fans have a big say in football, in my opinion. If Spurs fans tomorrow don't go,
We're customers,
if-
and that's where we are.
no, no, I disagree. If Spurs
2025.
fans tomorrow, let me tell you, if Spurs fans tomorrow don't turn up at the stadium and no one is in there, then Liverpool will
They
sell
won't
the
care.
club.
They won't care.
No, they will have to sell the
They
club.
make money no matter what.
No, they don't. They make money from people watching Spurs game. They make money from people going to the stadium. They make money
also
from the
performing-
broadcasting. They make money from the broadcast. When people stop watching City, ads will not be in the games, and people will not.
So
watch
that's
it.
why they were trying to drag. That's why they were trying to drag Premier League games abroad. Like, let's not do this debate, Mo. Let's not do this debate, Mo.
No, but seriously, the broadcasting is the biggest
Seriously,
thing.
what? They cared about the fans that are in their own stadium. They want to go and play games in America and Singapore,
But
Australia,
to bring
etc.
money, and City fans in America as well.
But you're not going to play it at the Etihad. You're not going to play it at White Hart Lane. You're not going to play it at the Emirates.
No, I believe standards have to be at the
No.
club, in my opinion. You need. I get
No, I'm
expectations.
sorry,
you need
Mo,
to
and
know.
I've said this 1,000 times. Some City fans have become everything we hated 25 years ago. Man United fans. And I've
I
said
warned
this
you.
all
I
along.
warned you. I warned you. Remember
Isn't
I
that-
warned you.
Self-entitled.
That's the price of
I warned
success.
you. I
Isn't-
warned him. More.
Is-
Mo, let me finish this. I warned him. Remember
I
this?
mean,
Remember.
I've had this debate for 5
Remember,
years.
remember,
now.
I warned him. You know what I said? I said, Martin, just wait until City win the Champions League. You're gonna hate your own fan base. You will hate your own fan base. How it's going to change. It flips. It's no longer. It's just flips now. It's City Champions League winners, treble winners. That's how
Yeah,
we're going.
standards. Let me do the super chats before we go on. Ray said, if my mom had balls, you would be my dad. Ray, you're on a troll. You are on the troll thing. Man City fans talk like they are Real Madrid. The super chat is for bottom right hair transplant. He's talking about Martin. But Ray, I don't understand what you mean. Actually, Martin is the opposite of a Real Madrid fan. He said, I know where we are. So to be honest, we just had a debate about the standards. It's just different. Aboud, big up Aboud. Big up Habibi. Thank you so much for the super chat. In our standards, we have been bad. And that is what everyone is saying. That Man City, for their standards, have been bad. Yes.
But we also need to take that with a grain of salt, right? Like if Man City fans are melting down about how bad they are, it's relative to where their expectations are. But if I still think that Man City can just start playing beautiful football tomorrow, I don't think they're that bad. It's not like they're in crisis. You know, they've got all the players, they've got the manager. They're just out of kilter, I think, and then they'll be back.
Based on their wages, Man City should be doing better. Do Man City fans, same as Man United, by the way,
So
which
you
is
want to win 5 in a row.
Should you?
no,
No,
I don't want to. I don't want to.
this is-
You ask me a
no,
question.
no,
Let me
stop.
answer.
Stop.
Can I answer? Can I answer?
Well,
No, I
Well,
don't. I don't want you to. I don't want you to win 5 in a row because it's boring.
right. So hang on a minute. You just said our standards. So no team in the history of Premier League or English football, I believe, has won 4 in a row. Top flight.
Yes. Yes.
Right. So you're telling me our standards are 5 in a row, 6 in a row. What is this? FIFA? Is this what?
No,
we're
no,
doing?
no.
Is
But
this
your
our
standards.
computer game?
But are your standards now? Is okay? Hold on. Are your standards now? Is where you are now? Is that your standards? Should be challenging for the league at least.
We have allowed a transition season. I'm telling you now, Mo, every single team in the Premier League would swap with us tomorrow with what we've done. So let's not do that.
Okay, do Man
Let's
City
not do
fans
that.
realize?
Play that game.
Hold on. Let me ask an
Liverpool
Arsenal
would
fan.
love 4 in a
Let me-
row. Tottenham would love 4 in a row. Arsenal would love 4 in a row.
but
We all love a treble. What we doing
okay,
here?
hold on. But they wouldn't want. Okay, I'm not going there. But
Do I get to go
No.
back and experience all 4 titles, or is it just like
Uh,
This is what happens. Be
yes,
careful what
yes, they
success
would.
brings.
Yes, they would.
Be careful
Yes,
what
they would take the
success
4
brings.
titles, but there are other things as well. Like, do Man City fans realize Arsenal has more trophies than City? So
We're not far
Ray,
away though.
I'm not getting involved?
Are we going back 25 years? Is what we're doing now? City won an FA Cup before Arsenal were even invented. Should we do this? Play your
Nah,
games with me.
let's
The
not do
first
this.
English team to win a European trophy and a domestic cup double, 69-70. Never mind. Carry
Keep
on.
going, Martin.
Highest
Keep
league
going,
attendance
Martin.
in English football. Carry on. We can all do facts.
Ray, you got cooked.
Ray, he's
You
going
want
to
to
get
do
mad at
facts?
me.
Get
and
the
I
wrong
didn't say
person to
anything.
play that one with. I know what Kate's looking at. Tottenham was different because you won the league.
I was
You
going
won
to
it. in a
say, you're
different
saying not
way.
right there. That's wrong. But
No,
I
it was.
knew
It is right. We were the first
Okay.
English club to win the Cup Winners' Cup and the League Cup in 69-70. Kate, it's more tell you I'm the history guru.
No, I know.
Khaldun
Set the standard.
I don't
Mate.
deal with 19-year-olds.
Jeez.
Khaldun set
40
the
odd.
standards. He lists every year in the end of the season interview, challenge every trophy every year. That's why I am here. And that's the standards versus ourselves. That is a response to Martin, actually.
The clubs do have standards, I agree. Manchester City's board have standards. Those standards will not change from this season to next season. Their standards where they're now fourth is still we wanted to win the league, we want to win every trophy. It will be for the next 10 years. What I'm saying is, but any fan, we don't have standards, we're on expectations. A standard is something. The way I look at standards is I can control standards. I can control my expectations. I can't control standards. I don't have any say into the club. I don't control transfers. I don't control sales. I don't control the medical staff. I can't sack the manager.
Can I ask you something, Martin? Straight question. In your mind, were you the favorites to win the league day one after he signed Gundogan?
Yes. And we haven't done it. So what?
So it is failure in your opinion?
No.
Hold on. How's that even?
How's
that even logical?
Because I can change opinions as I see the facts change. When
Right,
now
then,
I'm seeing our players have aged out, and I hate saying that because they have. We've literally dried the well dry. We pumped them for 4 or 5 years, took every sap of energy out. Some have come to the end, and we needed the refresh.
Do you think Arsenal have failed looking at the new information with all the injuries they had? If they don't win the league.
Yeah.
If the Arsenal don't win the league, it's failure. No. It's not a failure.
No, because they've got a lot of injuries.
Okay, then.
But the injury thing's a bigger issue with football with me, because I think football's got far too much football now and it's killing the game. I think there's a bigger problem down the road with football and injuries. I think the amount of ACLs, and we're not talking small injuries, we're talking season-ending injuries that we're seeing this season. They're not going out for 2 weeks; they're going out for months now. Too much football.
Okay, it's a very interesting conversation. Has Arsenal failed or not? It's the first time someone ever said that. I
fell into a combo when we're talking other things.
No, because okay, there are 2 clubs. Okay, hear me out. There were nobody picked Liverpool to win the league. Everyone picked either Arsenal or City.
I did. I picked Liverpool.
I said that Liverpool will win the league. You said Man City.
City or Liverpool.
All right. Okay.
I said it on your show. I said there'd be 3 clubs: City, Arsenal, Liverpool. One will drop out. I didn't think it'd be us. It was us.
Well, you remember I said Man City would be third, and you called me crazy and a hater. And all
I
that.
did, and Martin did. I think we did.
Yeah. Anyway,
but I do agree with Martin a bit. But this transition period was brought by multiple failing windows in a row, so we brought it to ourselves. So it's a failure at the end.
Yeah, totally agree.
It's a failure at the end.
The board failed, not me. Board and Pep both failed.
No one said that you failed. Did Martin, if you lose the league, did you fail?
No. No, I don't say. I got asked this about someone. Is second a failure?
Did Kate fail because they're 12?
I said no.
She didn't do
I don't
anything.
think second's a failure.
Don't bring me into it. I'm
She
taking
didn't do anything.
The trouble is, Mo, I'm having rich man problems here.
Yes, to be honest, compared to
I'm
Man
having
United,
rich man
yes.
problems. Jesus Christ.
I think
You
something
could say
happens
that-
with a team that has like success continuously, and then you don't know when the players are all going to fall off at the same time, and you think that the ones that were good before are still going to last. And I think Liverpool are going to run into this problem maybe sooner or later if they renew all of their big guys. So it just happens. Like you can't be at the top all the time forever. You have to keep progressing and improving.
Yeah, but I still want to ask this. At the end of the day, it's not wrong that when people sit down and say this is still not City standards, because those are the standards set by Pep Guardiola and the board. So it's not still wrong to say it, that, okay, these are not the standards. It's not even wrong for the pundits to start saying what's going on when we are losing like 5 games in a row, when we are losing 4 games in a row. There's no problem with somebody to ask about that. I'm pretty sure everybody on this panel was saying, no way City are going to lose the 5th one. No way. I remember I was on panels, people were like, you're joking, you're not going to lose 6 in a row. But it happened. But it is what it is anyway. It's a rebuild.
Is he saying we did a 3-peat before you won your first league, Martin?
Who's that?
Arsenal.
Maybe that. But
I don't understand. Yeah, I see, but you did it. I had
City,
3. Big up Jimbo.
2 or 3 trophies behind Arsenal.
Big up Jimbo.
Do we have a chat next season?
We'll see. Next season. We'll see. I had 3 in a row's wife. Sorry, you mean football. Big up Jimbo. Thank you so much for the support. Appreciate you, Jimbo, so much. Appreciate you.
Big up Jimbo.
Mo, stop the line. No Liverpool fan said we're going to win the league after that transfer window. Every fan has expectations from their club. Martin. Okay, I'm going to ask G. You're old enough. After that window and that much money spent at that time, did you expect Liverpool to go challenge? No one is guaranteed to win the league, but did you expect Liverpool to challenge? Were your expectations or demands is Liverpool to at least challenge for the title after spending that much money in that window? I remember that window very clear, by the way.
Challenge, but I thought we'd be one of the 3 to drop out.
But challenge, but to be in the conversation, right?
Yeah, but I thought that,
that
maybe by now it would have just faltered at some point. I thought City and Arsenal would just kind of build a gap between us.
No. We're talking about that window, the Ricky Lambert, Fabiorini,
the Ricky Lambert. Oh. I thought we'd at least finish like 3rd or something.
But that is my point.
Yeah.
Like,
I didn't think we finished as shit as we did. Yeah. I didn't think it was gonna
exactly. That is the whole point. Ray, I don't know why you are picking on Martin for some reason. I know he's
really rattled, isn't he? The poor lad's rattled.
He's rattled.
You're totally rattled, mate.
I'm gonna let you respond to him.
Bit more money, mate. Bit more money.
Ray, I don't know.
You've got to pay to slag me off, mate. You sit there in your little bedroom, reading your Playboys, doing whatever you're doing, mate. Playing fart.
Ray's going to get you all fired up, and I'm going to get the hairdryer treatment later.
Yes. Don't talk facts, Martin. It goes against the narrative. Rob, what facts? It's a different opinion. I think City, if they have the best manager in the world, if they are the best run club in the world, that's a fact, or that's maybe an opinion. I believe even with the money that was spent over the 2-3 years, City should have been better than this season. Patrick agrees with me. Martin disagrees. There's no facts. It's an opinion, Rob. With all due respect to you. It's different opinions. Like, that is like, there's no narrative here. Everyone on this panel, including Martin, would have expected City to be better than what they are now. Including Martin. Say I'm wrong. Does anybody here say I'm wrong? No. All of us expected City to challenge for the title, not be 12 points behind the leaders by February. None of us. And not you, Rob. And I challenge you to say otherwise. You expected City maybe to challenge and be in the conversation by February. Not here 12 points behind. Not 12, not 11 games without a win. Not being fearful of Club Brugge at the last game of the Champions League qualifications or the group stages. So, Rob, you're saying facts? No, it's not facts. Man City this season have underachieved based on their standards because they won 4 in a row. That's reality, Rob. Just disagree with it. Anyway, we'll see how it goes about Man City today. I'm expecting a win. and I will cheer for Man City today. I'll cheer for my boy Omar Marmoush, school Vinny Jr.
You're such a
Then-
liar. You
Wallahi.
don't wish Man City to
You're
win.
so
bro.
shameless.
You.
Your
I really,
You-
yeah,
your
100%.
boy.
I have
I thought you
reasons
said-
for it.
I thought you said we
I
ruined
have
football.
reasons for it. I don't hate Man City. No, here's the difference. If
Pop,
Inter
pop,
are in the
pass.
comp,
Marmoush doesn't pop pass.
he doesn't, and that's why he's different. In my opinion, for the better of the competition, Man City need to win. If I'm supporting my club to win the competition, I would rather face Man City in a two-legged game than facing freaking Real Madrid. And everyone think, even Osam wants City to win because he thinks Real Madrid are a tougher opposition. Arsenal fans think that Man City are a tougher opposition, are easier opposition. Do you want to face Real Madrid or Man City in a two-legged game?
Man City every day. of the
No
week.
question.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I definitely want Man City to win. I definitely want Man City to win.
Wait.
I think my
Wait.
personal
Wait.
PTSD
Yeah,
is kicking in.
he's a Liverpool fan. That's
I just think I would rather than not face Man City again. Like I would give me some variety. I've actually never lost to Real Madrid, so at least let me taste that kind of feeling because I don't want to like come up against Man City that's like found its form again and just on a tear.
Who's easier, Kate? Man City or Real Madrid in a two-legged game?
City all day long. I mean, we've done the double over City. What can I say?
Exactly.
You guys love City.
You know, but I hope Real Madrid smash them because I don't think Arsenal have got any chance of winning the Champions League anyway. But they certainly wouldn't stand their chance against Real Madrid, in my opinion.
So you think?
So-
Okay. Do you think City have a bigger chance than Arsenal to win the Champions League?
Well, if they knock out Real Madrid, yeah.
Yes. All right then. Here you go.
So-
Ray,
why does Arsenal get so much disrespect no matter how good it is?
because I'm a Spurs fan and I hate them. That's why.
I know.
So you're not. So you're saying you're not objective then. So you are not objective. You're just saying.
Nah,
that
it-
you
Everyone's
hate
objective
Arsenal.
here.
It also made
Yeah,
me
I
laugh
do
last
hate
season.
them.
We were on a panel and
You do
Arsenal-
hate them, but objectively speaking, Kate, remove the Spurs out a little bit.
Yeah, please. Yeah, just
Who are in the picking order, City or Arsenal this season?
Well, I think Arsenal are far better than City this season.
All right, then. There we
But
go.
if Real Madrid get knocked out by City, I think City have got more of a chance because they don't bottle it usually.
She went back again. You know, she was
no,
doing
wait,
very
no.
well. She was doing very well. She was speaking objective, and then she couldn't resist. She couldn't resist.
Man, Arsenal
fair,
is disrespected in Europe. You guys have to win the Champions League. Even last season, I remember there was a panel and you guys were one of the best defense. I don't know, one of the seasons, you're one of the best defense. Somebody still looked and said, nobody cares about Arsenal. Nobody fears Arsenal. He was a Bayern fan. He's like, I would love Arsenal in 2 legs. I was like, but they are better defensively. And you're doing bad and you can score goals. They're like, nah, rather Arsenal than City. And City were not that perfect. So I think it's just a matter of that if you win maybe a Champions League. Because we used to be the same. They used to disrespect us the same way.
We've only got Mikel Merino up front, so it's hard for me to imagine winning anything, let alone like the Champions League.
yeah,
But this
I
is why you're a fan, just blind faith.
It's a very good conversation, which is what I want to debate with this panel. This panel is some of the objective panel, to be honest, and I wanted to debate this, that Igal and Osam argument that happened last week. But Ray saying the only thing rattled was your net 5 times at the Emirates. Ray, there is someone that responded to you and said, "What is your parade?"
I was about to say, when is this parade?
I don't know. We should have one.
You'll be putting a DVD together if you still do them or whatever about this 5-1 win. Like, Jesus Christ. We've won the We Beat Man City trophy. Yay. Get in there.
When you're a big club, people celebrate when they beat you, especially like by a large margin.
Where is that?
Not
be
for
happy
nearly
about
a
that.
month, Martin. Not for nearly a month, mate. It needs to die now.
Sorry, give me a second, guys. Diallo, I don't see your super chat at all about Gasperini. I don't think I didn't. Diallo, I don't see the super chat was never here. Diallo, I promise you this, moment. It was never here. It never arrived. Just to let you know.
It's only been 2 weeks as well.
The third one
By the
is-
way, I know what happened. I know what happened, Diallo. It was it wasn't highlighted by StreamYard. I blame StreamYard, Diallo. I'm gonna go and highlight it now. Just give me a second because I need to view it. Seriously, he sent the super chat, and you guys all do YouTube. It was never start.
Oh, I can see it.
It's
I
never
hear-
on my. It's not on my screen. It's not. I have Ray, Aboud, Ray. Dr. Prodigal, and then Aboud SE. I'm going to go and highlight it, but yes.
He just said, just listen to the shocking Gasparini comment and then garbage bin. Emoji.
Yeah. Yeah. Gasparini called out Ademola Lookman for his penalty take.
Oh,
Here you go.
yeah.
I just started it now. I just started Diallo. I'm sorry. Apologies, my man. Yeah. I don't know. Like, did Ademola Lookman miss a penalty yesterday? If I'm not mistaken. And Gasparini said that he took the penalty from him. Like, he is not the first penalty taker. And he forced his way into taking the penalty, if I'm not mistaken. That is what was said.
Because he scored a goal or something, he said.
Okay, so
there were other penalty takers on the pitch, and he felt like they should have been the ones to take it. So
why did he take it then?
Well, apparently he hasn't missed one in 5 years, whereas Retegui had missed 2 already this season or something. So I don't know if it's really legitimate.
So why would Gasparini slag him off if he's number one penalty taker? If Mohamed Salah misses a penalty, that happens all the time. So
and they gave him the ball. He says they gave him the ball. His whole statement says the penalty takers told me you take it. So
okay, so yeah, so I don't understand why would Gasparini. I know Diallo thinks it's racism, I think probably, or something. For some whatever reason, Gasparini is not like playing Lookman at the current moment for something like this. Okay, so I don't know why is there a big issue about this? Can someone explain to me? Am I missing something? Why is the big issue?
It sounds like they're using Lookman as a scapegoat for the result, but I don't know. I'm not involved.
3-1, isn't it?
They were 3-1 down. They needed to score 4 goals.
And he scored their goal anyway. So
why would he scapegoat Ademola Lookman? Ademola Lookman is one of their best players, in my opinion.
I think that's why it's taken off, because they're like you're 3-0, you lost by 3-0. Lookman is not a defender, and it has nothing to do with him. So I think that's what the issue is. This might actually cause a lot. I hope he comes back to the Prem, because I used to also rate him when he went on loan at Everton. I remember the goal he scored against us, but I would like him to come back to the Prem.
Okay, let me read the statement before we go on and talk about the other topics. Just to respect the Diallo Super Chat. Is being singled out in the manner I have been not only hurts but feels deeply disrespectful, not least because of the immense hard work and commitment I've always put in each and every day to help bring success to this club and to the incredible fans of Bergamo. In truth, I have dealt with many difficulties moments during my time here, the majority of which I've never spoken about, because in my opinion, the team must always be protected and must come first. This makes what happened last night even more hurtful. Along with our incredible fans, we are a team hurting too much from the last night's result. So I think he's speaking about the racism in Italy that happens sometimes, which is, even by the way, after the Inter and the Juventus game, there was monkey chants in the stadium towards Lautaro Martinez, and it is a problem that happens in the Italian league. It happens everywhere. It happened to Raheem Sterling in the Premier League, but the difference in the Premier League, they actually caught the guys and they actually banned him and they charged him. In Italy, that doesn't happen often, and that is a problem in Italy, to be honest. And it's a massive thing in Italy, in the stadiums. However, I'm not going to say anything about. I've been to Italy and I go to Italy every year, and I was always treated well by the people, to be honest. But it's a problem in the stadiums. But that's about it, to be honest. I need to read more about it. Hit the like button, people. We have over 650 people in the chat. So, guys, hit the like button. Also, all these guys' channels in the description. G, the Mancunian Way, Patrick, Kate, of course, channel in the description. It's the first channel tagged as in the description as well. So go and support Kate. Daily shows in the morning with Jimbo, of course, in the morning always. So go and support the guys, of course. Mancunian. Will you be live after the game, Martin?
No, we'll be back tomorrow. I'm going to the pub. I'm going drinking. You won't want to see me drunk on a stream.
Yeah, all right.
No chance. That won't be a good look.
Yeah. I'll take the underdogs. We'll knock Real Madrid and rivals out. We'll see if they knock out Real Madrid. I think it's a great thing for the competition. I don't want to see Real Madrid doing it again, to be honest. Soon.
I don't think they will. I mean, I've actually really enjoyed these knockout rounds so far. I think like 3 out of the 4 games have actually been incredibly close. I was watching the Benfica-Monaco game that was back and forth. I think 7 goals scored in that one. You guys watched all those games yesterday?
I watched some of it. I watched mainly the Atalanta game, and then I switched to the Bayern Munich game, and
What
anyone
do
that
you
tells me
think
that
about
Bayern Munich,
Bayern beating AC Milan? That was
I wanted that because I don't want to face AC Milan. I want to face Feyenoord, of course, and they are in
cool.
our
Me too.
like.
But I've
wanted to
invested
face
in the
Feyenoord.
clubs that are playing because you don't know which one out of these 4 clubs is going to be your
Same
result.
here. That's why I want City to beat Real Madrid, to be honest. I think this format is amazing. Kate, you'll be there one day. It will happen for Spurs. You'll go back there. One day you'll be back there. You might win it. Listen, for Liverpool tonight, they play Villa, the title race. How do you see that one going, G?
I actually don't know. Villa are a good side, man. They're a good side, and they've got some good players, but they got a lot of injuries. So I don't know. If Liverpool play like we did against Wolves, we'll get battered easily. I think Villa are way better than Wolves, so they could hurt us a bit more. But if we can just show a bit of resilience, up the performance level a bit more as well, because performance levels in the last couple of games have been shit, to be honest with you. But we haven't lost. So as long as we can just get the 3 points at this stage, Liverpool fans keep telling me they just want to get the 3 points, which is the most important thing. And that's all we really care about. We're just trying to get to the end of the season. But I don't know if these performances can continue and you can keep winning games. That's my only issue. If you keep performing like this, I don't know how long you can kind of keep doing that. So Villa will be tough, but we can get a victory. We can get a victory, but we have to be on it. Have to.
Anyone else seen this title race on, or is dead?
It's still on.
Still on.
We're just quietly lurking in the shadows. I think
you're running out of games. You're running out of games. I think that's what it is.
Yeah. But if you guys get past Villa, City, and Newcastle in the next 3 games,
if they get 4 points in the next 2 games, it's over. It's just stop.
4 points. I mean, 2 draws is enough for us. If they draw twice and we win, that's enough for us to be within 3 points of them going to Anfield. So technically, it doesn't require that many results. I've heard Liverpool fans saying they only need 8 wins out of the last 13 games or something, which doesn't make any sense to me from a mathematical standpoint. But maybe they're assuming that we won't win every game, which obviously looks impossible to us right now. But crazier things have happened. So I don't know. I think it's got potential to be quite exciting in the last 6 or 7 games. There's a few tough fixtures around there as well for Liverpool. So I don't know. I've never written off the title race at all. So I'm in that boat where people have said that it's been done for ages.
I still think that Liverpool are favourites to win the league. However, if they drop points in the 2 games, I believe that the pressure is on. If Arsenal win against Forest away, by the way, that's a big thing, by the way, which is a big if Arsenal win against Forest away.
The mighty Chris Wood we have to face. Yeah. I don't know. There's something. I'm not that worried about United away at the moment. And I don't know, for some reason, it's just because you've got a good defense and midfield. I'm not that particularly scared of any team. I feel like we should be doing 1-0s at least to these guys. So I don't know. We've just got to keep our head down and keep winning and hope that Liverpool can't keep reaching into that Salah magic bag of let's just find a goal when we need one type thing. So
you believe in Salah? What do you mean it cannot last forever? Salah has had a great season.
He's had a fantastic season. He's an unbelievable player and a machine that just keeps scoring when they need him to score. But I don't know how reliable that is forever. So I'm hoping that he runs into a bit of poor form and no one else is able to step up and the stress starts to take its toll, because Liverpool fans are on the edge of complete PTSD head loss if we can get a couple of points closer. It's just
you have the calmest one of them here. You have the calmest one of them here on the panel.
I know. G's a special Liverpool fan. He's very chill.
No, I think but I can you got to realize, guys, we're living off of, in 30 years, we have nothing to a City fan or even a United fan. If United were in our position, right? They've got years of we can just tap into that feeling or that experience or that know-how of winning the league. City can obviously do the same thing, and they've won the last 4. Liverpool have only won the title race once, and we blitzed the league when we did that. So there is no when we're winning it this way, it's almost fuck me, man. Anything can happen between now and the end of the season. As you guys have just said, if Liverpool don't pick up maximum points in these next 2 games, all of a sudden, Arsenal get closer, and then that PTSD just starts to kick in a bit more because we're used to losing. Like, we're not used to winning it, we're used to losing it. So regardless of if it's Arsenal, City, it doesn't matter. We're just used to that. Oh, you know what? We can't get over the line. We're just not used to just getting there. So the PTSD is understandable. I get it. But right now, I think this is a different type of season. I don't think you need to be excellent to win the league this season. I don't think anyone has been excellent, but Liverpool have just been super consistent. And I think that's what's getting us through. And to be honest, if Mo Salah can just keep saving us, I'm not going to complain. So we just need him to do it a bit more, and we're good to go.
I didn't mean him as an insult. He's definitely very good. We both got to the final hurdle, and we're both PTSDing each other, basically. And no one's able to win it because somehow like City comes through and steals the title from us or something ridiculous.
No, I think if Arsenal win the league from here, it's a bottle job for Liverpool, 100%.
Oh, 1,000,000%.
Don't start. Don't fall for that. Don't start.
No. But we're not. I don't see that happening anyway.
If it happens, it's a bottle job.
What's the gap between Arsenal and Liverpool?
7 points, and Arsenal go to Anfield, Patrick.
That's not bad.
Patrick, Arsenal go to Anfield. Arsenal have no striker. They had injuries all season. They didn't play good football. They're 7 points. Basically, realistically, Arsenal are 10 points behind Liverpool because of the game at Anfield.
You know, more has these words that just like you can just say it'll be a disappointment, not a bottle job.
It's a bottle job. It's a bottle job.
So what isn't a bottle job anymore? Everything's a bottle job now.
Everything's a bottle job,
Everything's a bottle job.
Arsenal losing the league last season is not a bottle job. Liverpool losing the league last season is not a bottle job. But Arsenal losing the league 2 seasons ago was a bottle job. The word bottle job means it's in your hand. When Arsenal bottled top 4 to Antonio Conte, that's a bottle job because it was in your hand. You literally lost it in the last 2 games to Antonio Conte. That is a bottle job. That is my understanding of a bottle job. Liverpool now have the league in their hand. It should be wrapped up. Arsenal have no forward.
We were 2 seasons ago when we were 8 points ahead. City had a game in hand, so it was really only 5 points ahead. This is like a legit 7 points, maybe 10 points. They'll be ahead before we play the game.
You had an opportunity to go 11 points or something, or 10 points ahead, and you bottled it against someone like Southampton or someone crap. So
Southampton game.
There was definite bottling involved.
Yeah, but like I'm just wondering, like comparison with everyone wants to say something's a bottle job, but I think it's fun to try and to do that. But I don't think I would do that. It's not like unless you're like 10 points clear and it's like so easy, then you're not really bottling. You've still got to pretty much win out to get there. And I don't even see that. When we got top 4, I mean, you guys Spurs got top 4 and we didn't. You guys were like on a crazy run of like 8 wins in a row or something like that. Like by saying it's a bottle job for Arsenal, it's taking away all the credit to your team who did really well to get past us. And
yeah, if Liverpool lose the league from here, all the credit goes to Liverpool bottling it, not for Arsenal for winning it.
Yeah.
So that is the definition of a bottle job, basically. Yeah. So that is the definition of a bottle job. But do Arsenal get a leeway because of the injuries? Which is what Igal has said. No. Is that we're unlucky, though. It's a very interesting conversation, though. I'm being serious.
No, we don't do that in the Prem. We don't. That excuse.
What do you mean?
It expired. That excuse expired because we laughed at Liverpool when Van Dijk was injured and they were telling us that injuries matter. Everybody laughed, including Arsenal fans. So that expired in the Prem. Nobody cares anymore. Laporte got injured. We said Laporte is injured. We cried for that. People told us to piss off. So everybody, we told Arsenal to piss off with Saliba. So everybody here mustn't be crying. And Igao was one of the people. And Igao is very smart. He's been trying to use this slowly as he knows that his club was supposed to be the ones to win. No, the excuses don't matter. Find a way. Play Raheem false 9. Play Trossard. Who cares? Let
me respond to one super chat before we go on. Judge Mo needs to put me on so I can rattle these so-called rival fans acting like politicians. I don't know who you're talking about. But you're welcome. Everyone is welcome on the channel, Ray. Just text me. We'll get you on a call-in show. We'll do what we have to do. Text Martin. We'll get you on his channel as well.
Yeah, come on, man. By all means, come on, man.
Text Martin. Ray. He will get you on his. I promise you. Martin will get you on his channel as well, Ray.
Come on, Ray. Come and join us.
I'll cook you.
Patrick Mo needs to run his agenda. Just leave it. Jay, you're triggered already, Jay, because I said Liverpool will bottle it. But I know you agree with me. that Liverpool should win the league from now on because you're 7 points ahead and Arsenal are coming to your ground. It's not an agenda. There are other agendas. This is not an agenda, Jay, but you're triggered because the word bottle and the PTSD, right? It kicks in. You're like, no, it's not a bottle job. We are the underdogs. We're the leopard in the tree. Sam told us this. Everyone told us we're the leopard in the tree. Everyone told us that we shouldn't win the league. And I agree with you. Jay, you shouldn't win the league in the beginning of the season. New information means new opinion. You are top of the league. Mohamed Salah is in one of his best seasons ever. You have been very lucky with injuries this season. Arsenal have been unlucky with injuries. It doesn't give them the excuse. They still failed. Arsenal for not winning the league, they still failed, and I'm not changing that. But that doesn't mean that if you don't win it from here, hear my words, Jay. If you don't win it from here, you failed massively. Massively. And I think every Liverpool fan should agree with me in this one. Man City has less trophies and less wins against the bottle job club Arsenal. Yeah, but what's your... He's still going, bro. He's going. And by the way, Ray, but Man City never said that they're bigger than Arsenal. No one has ever said that. No one in this panel said that. Arsenal have won 13 league titles. Arsenal have won numerous cups. But Man City have something that you don't have, which is
Champions
the big
League.
years. The big
Thanks
years.
to you, Mo. Thanks to you.
The
buddy.
big years. No, thanks to their money and thanks to Pep Guardiola. They hired the right coach. You hired the wrong coach.
Thanks to Lagarde.
Maybe you should have hired Pep Guardiola instead of hiring Emery after he fired Wenger.
Genuine
Maybe
question.
you should have
I
hired
don't know anything about
No.
Who's not?
I've got to go in
who's
5
not?
minutes because you know I'm going out. Ray said 20 minutes ago that I was rattled. He's now since spent about 30 quid sending super chat after super chat talking about City and Arsenal.
Hey, Mo needs to buy coffee and have lunch, so I'm a big fan of.
Bro, yeah, absolutely. You know that, Drew.
Your credit card bill is going to be huge at this rate, Bo. Stop it.
Bro, you know, YouTube takes. Do you want to know YouTube how much you take from this?
I know how much it takes.
Too much is the problem.
I don't get discount on mine.
Jacobs is like, Mo got rattled. Why did I get rattled? Because a Liverpool fan got rattled?
No, because I said you gave him a UCL. Gave Man City
But,
a UCL.
but Diallo, I never ignore the regular chatters. I always post comments, but there's sometimes the chat is running quickly, so I can't catch up every single comment. Diallo. That's why, by the way, Diallo, I got your comment as well. Mo, if we win every game till Saka and Martinelli get back, can we win the league? Depends on Liverpool. It's not in your hands. It is not in your hands. Why am I the only one talking? Why do I have a whole panel? I'm the only one talking.
No, we're giving you a spotlight. We're giving you a spotlight. We're waiting for you to say what
I
you
do a
say.
lot of stuff in this channel by myself.
No, because it was pointed at you. You said Mo is rattled, so you are Mo. So
He wanted you to give him hope, Mo. Specifically you. He was
I
like,
wanted
"Mo,
to
tell
give
me."
Arsenal hope. There is
Yeah.
a slim hope. There is a slim hope for
It's
Arsenal,
not working.
but it's not. You want me to sit here and gaslight Arsenal fans and tell them
He
yes?
wanted to be gaslit. He specifically said, Mo, tell me, if we get players back from injury, can we win the league?
The thing is, Egal,
So-
right? Let me just bring up Egal a minute. When I said, or it wasn't actually me that said it, but someone said, well, Spurs have got 11 injuries. He said, that's no excuse. Big teams find a way to win. You can't use injuries as an excuse. But as soon as Arsenal get a couple, it's, oh, yeah, but we've got injuries. And it's got to work both ways. You've got to be consistent with what you say. And at the end of the day, Arsenal have only got themselves to blame. They knew they were short up front. They didn't do any business in the winter window. Now they've got Jesus out, Havertz has gone out, and they're all like crying. Well, it's your own bloody fault. You knew this was going to happen. You know, blame your board.
Can I challenge you? Can I challenge you? Can I challenge you? Yes, it's not an excuse for them, but it's a reason why they wouldn't win the league. Would that be a better statement for you?
Yeah, it is. But then you've got to say that there's a reason that Spurs have been down where we are. It's
And we
not
said
all
that.
on end.
Yeah, everyone says that.
Miguel hasn't. He said you can't use that.
Everyone last season said that when you had Romero, Van de Ven, you had everyone injured last season after the good run. Maddison was injured. Bissouma was injured. People said it's not an excuse, but it's a fact.
Yeah.
Arsenal have Mikel Merino is a striker, and they have dead Raheem Sterling play. Have you guys watched football lately? Have you watched Raheem Sterling play football? I play better than him.
Mo, I was thinking that we could just change injuries to injuries because Andrew's the only one who has injuries anymore. Everyone else is just like, they've only got a few problems. But whenever Andrew has a press conference, I'm actually, as an Australian, a little bit embarrassed. He keeps leaning on it as like a crutch.
Well, we have had 12 first teamers.
No, but
we've had
I'm actually
moving up our whole first team out.
You guys bought Danzo, you bought Tell or got Tell on loan. Like, you actually reinforced. And I feel like the 11 you guys have been playing recently has been strong enough to be much better than they are. I think our problem has been that maybe it's like injuries in specific areas at certain times can be much more detrimental than having 10 injuries to your whole squad. If you've got half or all of your attackers out, that's more focused in one area. There's not much you can do about it. Even if we bought a striker, we would still be way short. They would be starting every game, blah, blah, blah. So there's certain things that are out of your hands, but I don't think it's enough of an excuse for us to be just okay with not winning the league. You can't just say, if you combine it with referees.
Frozen or something.
And the fact that the ball was wrong. Don't forget the ball was wrong. We've got to think of these excuses. The ball.
By the way, have you guys seen the Liverpool lineup? By the way, they have Jota, Salah, and Jones up top, or Szoboszlai. That's kind of strange. Marcus Rashford plays, by the way. Marcus Rashford starts.
Yeah, Asensio. I think even Asensio is starting for Villa. He's gone full attack.
Yeah.
He's gone full attack.
Yeah, he has Asensio, Tielemans, McGinn, Rashford, Rodgers, Watkins, and it's going to be an end-to-end game, to be honest. Szoboszlai left wing, Jota up top, and Salah right wing. It's kind of crazy, to be honest, lineup. Let me do a couple of these super chats. Stephen is saying if it fails, it's a fail, it's a fail. And then what? Which one are you talking about, Stephen? I kind of lost here. What is he talking about?
Is he talking about Arsenal failing to win the league?
Don't know.
Lost.
I think he's saying that, like, if it's a fail, like, what are you going to do about it? What do you want to happen at the end of it? Do you want people to get fired? Do you want, like, what's the point?
For Arsenal, there's no point of talking about you because your board is never going to fire Arteta.
Didn't you just sign a new deal?
Yeah, it's 3 years. He has 2 years left after this year. He's not leaving anywhere. He's not going anywhere. Kate, you're laughing at this. First 2 league titles.
I am, yeah, because he's moved his attention now. It's like, beep, 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 beep. Right, I'm going to leave Martin alone. I'm going to go on to Kate. How dare she criticise Arsenal? I am well aware of the stats. I'm not one of these fans who doesn't know where my club is, but I just think Arsenal are quite funny because I know where my club are, whereas Arsenal fans tend to think.
Why do you think Arsenal are funny?
Well, the reason I think they're funny, Mo, right, is every year I hear the same thing from Arsenal, that they're going to win this, that, and the other. And every year they don't. And yet I hear it every year. And they don't accept that they're not that dissimilar to Spurs in the fact that not the club, the fans. If you listen to Spurs fans and Arsenal fans talk, both of our sets of fans moan about the owner, the chairman, investment, this, that, and the other, always being nearly men, never quite getting over the line. And I just think it's funny. Sorry, I know Arsenal fans get rattled by that. Yes, years ago, the start of the Premier League, Arsenal were incredible and were winning everything. When you had the likes of Henry and Bergkamp and Vieira and players that, that this current team could only dream of having. But I just think Arsenal fans live in the fact that how they used to be, much like a lot of Manchester United fans do. Whereas
I think that's healthy, though. I mean, at the start of the season, I think every fan should think we're going to win the league, even if it's Leicester or something, right? Like, that's how they won the league out of absolutely nowhere. You got to have blind faith.
Comes down to standards. So let's just say
I thought Spurs this season thought that they would start better than how you started. Spurs fans thought that they would finish above Arsenal. Some of them.
Yeah, some of them. Yeah, well, some of them sit on the terrace and say that our squad's better than Arsenal's, but these people are stupid, Mo. Some of us are old and have seen this team for years and know how it works and know how Daniel Levy works and know what our club is. But to sit back it's not just Arsenal, Man United fans do it, Chelsea fans do it. They live in their past success and they've got to realise that they're not quite back to where they were. And I think with regards to the likes of Arsenal, the standards have dropped. Their fans have dropped standards because Arsenal fans of old would have been looking at Arteta now. In my opinion, I grew up with all Arsenal fans. I was the only Tottenham fan in my street. They were all Arsenal. And if they had had a manager like this that had gone this long without trophies and titles, they'd be screaming for him to go. But look, it's only my opinion. I'm not trying to rattle anyone. I think
that's a bit of a misnomer. Anyone that's really like a long-time Arsenal fan like myself is used to just having one manager. We're not used to sacking anyone. We're used to just sticking with something until it works. And look, Wenger worked straight away, and that was great for him to win the league and continue winning straight away. But then he had 13 years? He went 9 years without a trophy. Like these things that Arsenal fans are actually these days. Arteta has increased the standards of the fan base to the point where they want him out because they expect to win a league, which was kind of, I don't know, crazy under half of Wenger's tenure.
Yeah.
What are you saying? Arsenal shouldn't have standards?
No, I'm saying Arteta gave the fans these standards to sack him, to want him sacked because he's brought us back to the top, and now we expect to win, even though we're like so close. The frustration is too much. We have to go and try again and start from scratch. And I think that's what rival fans fundamentally want us to do, is to start from scratch. But
well, Martin, let me ask you a question. Arsenal, Martin, if you win nothing this year, which is highly likely, are you all for sacking Arteta, or do you carry on? And then if it happens again next year, do you carry on? Where do you see it?
I just want to give you a round of applause, Kate, because consistently 100% every person that I have come across has asked me that question on Mo's stream.
Sorry.
Without fail every time. So you've just ticked that box. But yeah, I said if he doesn't win anything, he should be sacked, like anything major, mostly because I'm tired of fighting my own fan base about it, and it's kind of exhausting. But at the end of the day, I think a lot of these managers should be given more time, and they're just not. And fans like Mo will be like, if they don't win, get him out, get a new guy in. That's just not how I grew up as a fan. So for me, I think he deserves to stay. I think he can probably do better. But look, if we can find a better manager, I'm all for it. I want everyone to be happy and winning trophies and all that kind of stuff, rather than being at each other's throat and toxic all the time.
I know Martin have to go. So Mancunianui, big up Martin for being here. I know you gotta go. Thank you so much, Martin. Guys, the Mancunianui in the description. We're not staying for long. We're just gonna keep it going for a bit because I know everyone is preparing for the games and stuff. But I appreciate you guys. Thank you, Martin. Appreciate you.
See ya.
Big up.
Big up, man.
I know there's music in the background. It's all right. It's not annoying me, actually. It's quite nice, actually, the music.
I was going to say, it does sound pretty nice.
It sounds pretty nice, yeah.
I like it.
People think that people want Arteta out because they hate Arsenal, which is something that Martin said often. That people think that Arsenal will start over. I would be, if I'm in the league, for example, if you go and get a better manager than Mikel Arteta, I'll be more fearful of Arsenal if I'm a rival. And G can say that. Patrick can say that. Maybe not Kate, because they're not challenging for the league anytime soon. But people that actually challenge for the league, it's not a dig. It's just the reality. Until you change, you know how it works.
Yeah.
G can actually answer this. Do you think if Arteta goes, it's a start over kind of process?
No. You wouldn't be starting over because your team isn't in that start over phase. You already have the players kind of there. You just don't have the winning mentality or whatever it's called at this moment in time. So get a new manager in, like whoever that is. I don't know what manager you'd get, but if you got a quote unquote better manager, like, yeah, of course, like you'd be a little bit worried because you'd say, well, if this is a manager who's known for winning, whoever that is, I don't know. If you get that guy in, you're going to look at it and think, if he knows how to win, they've got a good squad already, it's going to be problematic. At the moment, they've got a manager who doesn't know how to win. That's not his fault. This is his first job, ultimately. So it's just one of those things. Unfortunately, he doesn't know how to win. The team doesn't know how to win. They don't have winners, bar, I think, maybe Partey and Gabriel Jesus in terms of winning consistently, I think. And it'll probably just be the City boys. And even then, it's not really helped them. Do you know what I mean? So I do think you need to get in maybe more experience. I don't know, like, because I don't think Arsenal's problem is just, oh, we don't have a striker, that's it. I don't think it's just that. If it was that simple, I reckon you would have just done that. I don't think it's as simple as, yeah, we get a striker, we win the league. I don't think It's that
Jerry,
easy.
big up Jerry James, of course. Big up Jerry. I want to get you on the channel soon. I know you're a busy man. Question for the panel and Footy Judge Mo. Is it more or less likely that Arsenal get a better manager? Because imagine if they get a worse one. No one guarantees this. For example, what if Real Madrid get a worse manager than Ancelotti? What if Ancelotti gets sacked? Do you think Real Madrid, Jerry, I'm just going to split the question to you before I ask the panel. What if Real Madrid get a worse manager? Didn't that happen with Barcelona? They sacked some manager and they got worse managers. It doesn't stop clubs from getting different managers if you consider that manager a failure, for example. What if Mark Hughes got sacked and they got Mancini and Mancini turned out to be worse than Mark Hughes? What if Pellegrini was worse than Mancini? That happens all the time. Bayern Munich do it. Every club do it. When Spurs sacked, would you consider Ange worse than Conte or Nuno?
Yeah.
Kate. Yeah.
Well,
all right.
Yeah. I'm much like Martin in the sense of I kind of want Ange to go because I'm sick of the fighting in the fan base over him. But I think Ange, Nuno's proving his worth with what he's doing with Forest. But I think that the managers are failing at my club because of the board, not the manager himself, because we've tried 1,000 managers and they're all failing. So something's not right.
Can I ask a question along those lines? Because there's Tottenham, Manchester United, Chelsea, and Arsenal, who are the 4 clubs who are trying to get the level of Liverpool and Man City. Now, I feel like Tottenham, Chelsea, and United would cut off their left nut, if you'll excuse the expression, to be where Arsenal is right now, to have that kind of success in their development where they feel like they're almost winning titles is validation of the process and all this kind of stuff which everyone has to put up with to get there. Like, wouldn't they like to be in our position where you're actually close to winning a title and you're high up in the Champions League with like a chance again? Or is it
the word low-key? Look,
I'd like to see. The thing is that we got as far as you in the cup. We got further than you in the Carabao Cup. But if you come second and we come 10th, you don't get a trophy, and neither do we. The only thing you get is money, and I don't give a shit about the money. I want to see silverware. I'd love to see my club competing. Don't get me wrong, but not if we're going to come. Like if we come second every year, I don't give a shit. I mean, Arsenal named the day
to have a chance to win the thing that you want. Like it's almost like you've got to get to a certain level where you're even above zero chance of winning the league. When it becomes like a 5%, 10%, that feels like you're actually like within.
But they've been there before. I think they have been there before. Remember, they've been to a Champions League final. They've been to cup finals. They've been in the Prem number 2. They've pushed before. So I think they're just. I think they know they know the music.
But that was a flash in the pan. Like
Martin, are we going into that conversation again, Martin?
Wasn't Spurs always in the top 4 for a while?
Martin, me and you have this conversation every show. Yes, you are close to the top. Do you believe if Arne Slot don't win the league this season and don't win it next season and come second and don't win the league the season after, do you believe that is success? It's relative. You know what? Success is so relative, Martin. It is very successful if you compare it to Man United or Brighton or Spurs. It's very successful, by the way. But if you compare it to Man City, it's not success. If you compare it to if Liverpool win the league this season, it's not success. But so success is very relative to what you think, right? It's
not success.
Like, let me give you an example. Let me give you an example, Martin. I'm just giving you an example, and I'm gonna shut up after and let you talk. Like because I think I need to put my point up front so people understand my point. If Brighton get second 3 years in a row, do you think they sack their manager? Do you think that's success for them? If Man City for the next 3 years under Pep Guardiola get second, do you think that's success? Just answer this and you'll know.
I think it's within context. If it's like 98 points every season and they're playing beautiful football, Pep's never getting sacked because of his historical record of success.
Three times number 2 without winning it. Come on, man. No.
I don't think you're sacking him. You might be mad at him, but you don't sack him.
3 times in a row and he's not winning it. You think they're just going to say, oh, it's grand. Don't win a trophy yet. Number 2, 3 times in a row.
Okay. Well, look,
I think care about beautiful football.
I know the G's got to go through. Yeah, but I feel like the goalposts change when you're building a project, right? Like right now, Kate, what are you expecting from Ange or hoping from Ange as your best case scenario? Stay up, right? Okay. So we're going to get relegated. That's step
Well,
one.
no,
Step two would
I'd
be
like to think we'd get to the final of the Europa League at least, but whether that'll happen, I don't know. But that is what I was expecting.
Step 2 would be top half of the league. Step 3 would be top 4. Step 5 would be like getting to the top of the league and challenging. So I feel like once you get to those points, people are like, okay, well, let's just change what your objectives are. We're going to forget that you did all these things to get here, and we're going to say, we'll have you win a trophy. We'll have you win a trophy. And it's like, it's such a binary argument that it's almost ignores all other kinds of football analysis.
Do you know why it's very? Do you know why? Let me give. I think the Pep thing was a mistake for you to talk about Pep because he's won so much. I think the issue with, especially Arsenal, is it's been 5 years, so you keep sniffing close. Let's say this is the third time you're gonna get close. Let's say you get close again this time. I don't think you're gonna be satisfied with him just being number 2 over and over. And the story is like, oh, at least we got close and we play good football. We're the best defense, but he's won nothing. He keeps getting second. I'm pretty sure there's a point in time you're gonna sit down, Martin, and say, nah, brother, you better bring us something. At least give me that FA Cup. You get my point? It's like, are you going to continue being satisfied but just being the bridesmaid? I don't know.
Yeah, well, I think there needs to be better performances in all of the cups. But when you get to a club where you're a big and then you get embarrassed and then you're a banter club for so many years, happy being not being a banter club is something. I don't know. There's no value put on these things. But I know G's got to go soon in a few minutes, so maybe Mo wants to chat to him about
why are these reports that Haaland is out? My God. Oh, Jesus Christ.
You're on mute.
I muted myself, as I said. Let me do a couple of these things. Only 2 clubs in England have more trophies than Bottle Job FC, Arsenal. He means neither is City, Chelsea, or Spurs.
He's still here.
No, but Ray, I get you. But Arsenal are the 3rd biggest club in England.
No one's arguing with that.
No one is arguing that, Ray. Man City have 2 relegations. Yes.
Yes, we do.
Yes, Ray, but no one has argued this, Ray. It's the reality.
But Man City also have it.
Ray, let me put the super chat in front of you, and I'm gonna speak about this first. So if you all say this, Ray, and you only 2 clubs have more trophies than Arsenal FC and all this stuff, fantastic. This is an Arsenal fan. Any Arsenal fans that show any standards are deemed toxic and negative by Arteta cult fans. And we should support Spurs when they are the same fans who supported Spurs in May when they faced Man City. The reason why I put the super chat in front of the people is, in the same breath that Ray say we're the 3rd biggest club in England, shouldn't your standards be higher than just 2nd and being challenging then, which is what Patrick is talking about? If I call myself a big club and I'm the 3rd biggest club and I'm already very close to the top, shouldn't I be winning then? And that is what SG is saying. Shouldn't you be winning now?
Yeah, if you're coming from that angle, yes. And I think everyone wants to be winning, and it's insulting to hear people say, oh, why don't you want to win a trophy or something? Or why don't you care about... Everyone wants to win a trophy. Let's not be stupid, right? And I think that it's a matter of what do you think is the best way of doing that? Are we succeeding yet? No. But are we close to success? Yes. Do I think we've got a higher probability of succeeding when we're very close to the top? Yes. That's just my way of looking at it logically. If I can see another manager come in and we're going to sign up a couple of players, I got no problem with letting the manager go. And I think that this Arteta obsession is going way too far from not just my fan base, but every other fan base too. Because of all or nothing and everything, everyone's invested in Arsenal way too much.
Yeah, I hear what SG is saying, but I understand what Martin is saying. Martin is like, we're so close. Should we try something new, or maybe give the guy a little bit more? But that little bit more has to be when is it? But that's G. Do you have any say in this?
I can see both sides. Ultimately, obviously, the context for this season is that City fell off. So obviously Arsenal fans are going to be mad that they're not the ones who are top, because the reality is they've been the closest challengers for the last 2 seasons. So now when you get into the one time that City have fallen off, now it's like, well, why are we not there? Like, we should be the ones there. So I get it. But then I kind of get where Martin's coming from in terms of like changing it. Unless you're going to go out and get like another top manager who I haven't got a clue who's out there to just obtain. But if they can get that, then yeah, then you can just change it. Like, I don't see the big problem.
Can I ask you something though? Just on that, right?
Mm-hmm.
I am not going to lie, because some people like going on panels and pretending that they were studying somebody, but I don't like doing that because you just get caught out later on in the future. This manager you got, I had no idea who he is. And when you got him, I still went and tried to study him. And I said, this guy, is he really going to pick up from where Klopp is? It has happened. That's why Bob says you can flip a coin in football and this happens, or it can go bad. So look at this, where you flipped a coin and you got this manager. Did you really think this manager is going to do this, what he's done this season? And I know, please don't bring the whole thing, it's because City are down. No. It's City's fault. But you guys have been playing good football even in Europe. I think you went unbeaten and you were number one and beaten at the top. So did you ever think getting a manager from Holland? We're all talking about Ten Hag. Ten Hag was one of the good managers from Holland. This guy just came out of nowhere. Look at what he's done. He's playing very interesting football where he can change things midway if he sees things are not working. So wouldn't Aston also take a risk maybe? Because surely...
I thought, why the hell did we? I had at least a list of 10 managers, and he was not on that list, whatsoever. So
no one knew.
Yeah, I think obviously this is why these guys get paid the money to do what they do, right? Because what he's done, he hasn't changed much. Liverpool are not playing or doing so differently, i.e., he hasn't come in like a Ruben Amorim and completely flipped it and said, all right, we're going to play this whole new style, which the team has never played before. We haven't got the play. He's doing the same things as Klopp. He's just doing it in a different way. So we're keeping the ball a bit more. But guess what? Liverpool are still better when they do counterattacks. It's still the...
do you think a bigger manager would have ripped everything up and tried to make it all about themselves?
So Ruben Amorim might have, if he came to Liverpool as an example, he probably, obviously we can see he wants to play three at the back. Liverpool have never done that. Do you know what I mean? We don't play that way. So if he came in, that would have completely flipped the script. So if Arsenal were to get a new manager, then yes, it would have to be someone who can follow along from what the previous manager's already done, because he's done a good job. Like, we can do the rival banter, but Arteta's done a good job up to this point.
Yeah.
It's an incredible job, let's be honest. It's incredible.
Yeah,
it's incredible.
So if you find someone who can just tweak it, because ultimately, look, every manager's got their way of playing. For example, I think the way that Ange plays, even for Spurs, you could actually still play that way, but you need to tweak a few things. But Ange isn't going to do that because that's not his style. But if you got a manager who was quite similar to Ange, but tweaked it in whatever area that Kate thinks that they need to tweak it, I guarantee you would see Spurs would actually be doing a lot better than they're actually doing now, even with the amount of injuries that they've got. But obviously the injuries, of course, that's going to play a major part. That's what Liverpool have done. We're not playing in some way that's like, oh my goodness, this is so... Liverpool's still playing the same boring kind of football at times, but the counter-attacking football is still the same as it always has been. He's just kind of lessened that now. So let's say we would do 10 counter-attacks a game or play in transition football. He said, you know what, let's cut that down to maybe 3 or 4 now. You know what, let's keep the ball a bit more because we need to conserve a bit more energy in certain moments. And he's a lot more proactive than Klopp, who was quite a reactive manager. He never used to actually deal with things on the pitch. It's always waiting. Whereas he, as you said, he will change it half time. If he thinks you're fucking about, all right, let's switch it up. Let's take someone off. Let's do this, that, and the first. That's why I think it's working for Liverpool a bit more seamlessly, than all these other kind of guys. But
let me do the super chat.
Let me ask one more thing on Liverpool. Do you think? I have to ask this one because it's been on my mind. I think I wanted to ask Hossam. Sorry, I did also ask Hossam this. Do you think though that maybe your manager right now is doing this now because Arteta also did it at Arsenal, where he took somebody else's team and he played the similar system, and obviously sometimes parked the bus, but he had the same. This Arsenal plays similar. Do you think he's gonna? Next season, let's say he wins, he's gonna get a bit greedy. Managers get greedy, where he says, "I want to let me buy this one, let me tweak this." Then he's gonna find all of a sudden he's gonna change the style.
No, I actually think what he wants to do. And listen, Liverpool, they surprise me all the time. I think the style that we're seeing from Liverpool now isn't even at like 60% of what he actually wants. If you listen to him in press conferences, if you listen to the way he speaks, like in and around the training ground and stuff, when he does like these interviews, you can tell that there's still bits in the game that he doesn't really like, but ultimately you still got these players. So they've been drilled for the last 8 years doing the same thing over and over again. To try and flip that in one season was always going to be difficult. And he didn't sign anybody, bar Chiesa. So I think when he starts getting in his own players, I actually think what he's doing will look 10 times better. But right now, he's still dealing with these players that are like not really his. So he's trying to work it. Like at the end of the day, he wanted to sign Zubimendi, but Gravenberch happened to be there. He's happened to play well. If Gravenberch didn't work, fuck me, what would it even look like? Do you know what I mean? This season, but he wanted that type of player. So I think once he starts getting in a few more players, you're going to start see. I think anyway, you're going to see Liverpool going to just go, in my opinion, from strength to strength, and then we can take it from there, and we'll see the real DNA of Slot. Right now, I don't look at Slot's team. I don't look at Liverpool and think, yeah, this is such a Slot team. I still think, nah, you're kind of a Klopp team, but you've been able to maybe implement a few things. Next season, though, I'm going to look at that. This is your team now. You've got your players.
Have you
Let's see
warmed,
what it looks like.
before Mo runs on, have you warmed to him? Like Slot, do you feel like you like him as a manager? You like what he's doing? You like how he handles hands?
Yeah, but
even got Klopp, it was like a love affair that was like a beautiful relationship. Liverpool.
Forget about Klopp. I promise you this: if they win the league this season, they will forget about Klopp.
Listen, look, I was never.
Mo, you have to go, Patrick.
Mo,
yeah. Big up to the powder, and guys, put the likes up, man. Mo does such great work, and big up to everybody on the powder, man. Martin, pleasure as always.
Take it easy, Pat.
Big up, Pat. Mo will probably tell you like, I was never really like Klopp's like biggest fan anyway, to be honest with you, just because of certain things he would do. But listen, Klopp's still obviously a great manager, but I felt like that relationship was starting to become a bit toxic because of it's like you could never criticize the guy. Like if he did anything wrong, it was like, well, it doesn't matter because he brought us the title. It's like, fucking hell, all right, I get it, but he does do things wrong. But I feel like with Slot, what I like about it, yeah, exactly. So it's like
I remember your streams with Sam and Tom and this.
Yeah, it was hell. We were getting bullied every day from people in the street.
And then he would like criticize, like, but he brought us the title. But
exactly.
He won us the Champions League.
And that will always over, and I get that, and that's what we're here to do, right? So I'm not gonna say, oh yeah, he did it for nothing. My issue with someone like with Slot, not issue. My thing with Slot is that if you just listen to the way he talks, and even just the things that he's so much more proactive. That's my type of manager. Someone who doesn't just sit on his ass and do the same thing over and over and over again and expect the same result. Klopp was falling into that, and I'm like, mate, can you do something different to change what's kind of going on? Because it's not working here. So, but Slot will do that though. And the way he talks, you can see even after games. I'm someone, yes, at times I can be a bit pessimistic, but at least after games, if he didn't think we played well, he'll fucking tell you. Whereas Klopp would always kind of, yeah, but I thought it was kind of good. You know, it was excellent. And I'm like, I'm not a child. I don't need you to sugarcoat that was a shit performance. Just tell us that. Even though we won, at least tell us, because I almost feel like you're starting to patronize me now because I watch the same thing that you watch. We were crap, but we won the game. You can big up the fact that we won the game, but are you telling me that you're happy with every moment of the game? Slot will tell you, yeah, I didn't really like that. Against Chelsea, he said it. Chelsea were the better team. I don't think Klopp would even say that. I think Klopp would just kind of be like, yeah, but we won. Or, you know, we were excellent. We fought to the end and stuff like that. I don't really like that from a manager. For me, I want my guy to tell me exactly what it is that I see on the football pitch.
I think it sort of relates to the fan thing. I know, Mo, you've got to do the super chat, but Kate was asking me, am I Arteta out if he doesn't win anything? I think in the middle of the season, these conversations aren't helpful. And in the same way Klopp might like gloss over the issues, he's trying to not focus on them maybe so that people it doesn't become bigger than they are. If people are Arteta out, I'm fine with that. Just like put it down until the end of the season and then we can go, hey, that was terrible. Let's get rid of this guy. And we can all have that conversation. But in the middle of the season, when we're still in a chance to win something, it's counterproductive. And I can't enjoy a game of football if I'm criticizing it the entire time. I want to enjoy a game of football. I want to have fun. I want to, and if I'm negative and I'm pessimistic and if I'm depressed the whole time, like what's the point of it? Why are you watching football? Go watch something else. Like it's not healthy for you.
Yeah, I just have to say something for the people before everyone goes. Haaland is on the bench. I think City might not have any chance of winning this game. He plays good. Oh yeah, he twisted his ankle the other day. Or in his knee. By the way, Gundogan and Bernardo starts in the middle with Nico Gonzalez, but Diaz starts, which is a massive thing for Manchester City, actually. It's kind of Marmoush is the striker because I think Haaland is injured. I just read. I actually went and read. Rudiger starts, but there is Ceballos in the middle, so it balances itself out. To be honest, Ceballos it's 2025 and Ceballos starts for Liverpool, and and Aston Villa. I think that would be a fiery game as well. Let me do the super chats before we end the show because some of them are really good points. Thank you, Nafisa. Big up Mo on the panel. Hit that likes. Come on, guys. Big up Nafisa. We're very close to 300 likes, guys. We still have about 550 people in the house. So hit that like button, people. Come on, get us the likes up. Get to 300 likes. Hit that like button. We're in the show. Nafisa said, and Rashford today, you have my prayers, Marcus Rashford. All the Arsenal fans are praying that Marcus Rashford today succeed against Liverpool, Nafisa.
Hey, we don't pretend that we don't support whoever's playing our like rivals or our title rivals or our hatred. Like it's just normal. That's part of sport.
I think that is so normal, by the way, that people support, and no one should be mad at that. Diallo finally said it. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm an Arsenal fan. You got me. Big up Diallo for months later admitting that you're an Arsenal fan. You have been saying that you're a Barcelona fan, but now you admitted you're an Arsenal fan. But big up Diallo for always supporting the channel. Big up my man. Thank you so much for always. Also, Forza Inter, just realized I disliked Conte as a coach because of a Chelsea and Spurs. But just to tell you, Nafisa, I actually like Conte a lot. Actually, I actually like Antonio Conte a lot. Not this season, though. Not this season. But Antonio Conte is one of the coaches that I would love to see my club. You go, okay, G, you gotta go. I'm just gonna finish the super chats and then
big up, guys.
end the show.
Big up, G.
Big up, G. Big up, G. Partners, the super chats. A big up, Nafisa. I actually like Antonio Conte. Put respect on my club. We broke records and won leagues at your club's ground. That is for Kate, of course.
Dear.
They won the league at your ground once.
Yes, they did, and it's very painful.
Do you want to know my opinion, Kate? Just for in the show.
Go on,
I actually don't think that Arsenal and Spurs are on the same table at all.
It's not that they're on the same table. Arsenal are levels
just
above
because
us
they're both from North London doesn't make them equal.
No. But if you look at the history of Spurs and Arsenal, we went through a stage of finishing above them every season. They now finish above us every season, but the fan bases talk and moan about the same things every year. If you listen, honestly, trust me on this, it's true. A lot of Arsenal fans agree with me, so it must be true.
I think in general, fans have like the same complaints. If
we complain about the owners, Man United. Yeah. Normally, all of us do complain about the same thing. Normally, all of us as football fans, we have to complain about something if we're not winning, right? Like it doesn't go. We're not fans if we don't complain, right? If we win, I'm telling you, if my club win the league twice, I will complain that I'm not winning the Champions League. If I win the Champions League and the league and we lose the cups, I'm like, why don't we win the triple? You get my point? It's always the case. We as football fans always complain about something. My man here is saying, Poch came second once by 7 points and was sacked 2.5 years later. You haven't even sniffed this, Kate. Most top managers sacked after they drop off. That is for you, Kate.
I know it is.
Justice for Poch.
Yeah, justice for Poch.
That's
a good way for me to answer that because I'll never forgive Daniel Levy for sacking Pochettino, and it's as easy as that.
I've heard, you know what? Kate is the only Spurs fan that sit on show and say we should never have sacked Poch, even after the downfall of him. We should have never sacked him. Should have stuck with the guy, give him money. You're the only one that says that, right? You and probably I don't know if Jimbo says that, but you're the only one that I've seen on the football terrace say that publicly.
The thing was, he came out and said that he's not going to be supported and it's going to be a long, hard season and it's going to be hard because he's not allowed reinforcements. So people wonder why he lost interest in the club because he knew that it was going to go like that. So I don't blame him. I blame my board and I'd take Poch back in a heartbeat.
Not now, though. No.
Yes, I would.
Not now. Even after the Chelsea job.
Imagine Poch with this team that Ange has got. I think.
Let me tell you, he'd do well with this team. He loves a youngster, and he's Spurs. He's never going to do it at Chelsea. He's Coys all day long. He's Spurs through and through.
Was a spy. It's just saying what big looks in Europe would accept. That's for Martin. Would accept of not winning nothing in 5 years. And what is the difference between us and Spurs fans? Our mindsets are identical.
There you go.
I don't know. I mean, a lot of big clubs in Europe. I mean, United, I guess, like they sacked their managers. But Arteta had 5 years. 2 of them were a pandemic. Couldn't buy anyone when he came in. Was dealing with Emery's players for the first 2.5 years. When he got his players, he's challenging. If you can slice it however you want it. If you don't like him, like some people hated him before he even got the job. and have never given him a chance. And that's the kind of stuff you're dealing with. Like,
I
that's fair.
actually think that a conversation with someone like SG would be very good in a civil way, you know, like back and forth. Like, these are the conversations that sometimes I have with you, Martin, like just back and forth about what is a top club and what is needed at a top club. And I like these conversations as long as they're civil. I like them. Man City on Sunday, Blue Moon and all of that. Yeah, Arsenal fans will definitely support Man City on Sunday. That is a given, Nafisa. That is a given.
I'll be
Footy
cheering
Corner,
Liverpool.
thank you so much for being a member on the channel. Appreciate you so much. Nafisa, you all popped the table and might face PSG. Brought Dembele on form against Robertson. Now, all for what? Even if they face PSG, Liverpool are way favorites ahead of PSG. Have you watched PSG, Nafisa? Arsenal
Well,
schooled
they've got
them.
Kvara now.
No, but you schooled them, bro. You schooled PSG. It was so easy for you to play PSG. You remember that game was so easy for Arsenal. You schooled PSG. You don't think that I think Liverpool will be massively. We don't want to hear any oil input. If I need my oil changed, I'll call Chelsea or Manchester City. Oh, Ray, you're full of jokes
look
today. You're full of jokes today. Nafisa saying we won the league at Old Trafford, Stamford Bridge, Anfield, and twice at the Lane.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We
Okay,
got to do that
Nafisa.
Anfield thing again. The Anfield '89. We got to do a repeat.
Oh my God! If Arsenal win at Anfield, we'll never hear the end of it.
Guaranteed.
Can you
If
imagine
Arsenal
Egal?
win the league at Anfield, I
Okay.
think we'll never hear the end of it. I think for years. For years.
I'm leaving YouTube if that happens.
Oh my!
Personally.
Just leaving YouTube. But listen, big up
PGML
everyone.
won't allow it. It's fine.
Nafisa, thank you so much. Thank you for everyone supported the channel today. Sent the super chat, like the video. We're 30 likes away from 300, guys. I know we can get it before we end the show, but stay here. Don't go anywhere. But before I go on and tell you what is coming up, Kate's channel in the description. Absolutely fantastic content every day. Go and support Kate. Great content as always, and also the other guys as well. This will take you to Ziad, where he's talking about the protest. And watch out. And Chelsea, watch out, Ziad is live. So go and support Ziad. That was a great show. 35 likes away, guys. Hit that like button before you go. And I will see you guys tonight on Il Ahwa, guys. That was a very good show. I'll see you guys. We're out of here, people.
See it.